Welcome to this, our very first episode of Soul Care. I'm really excited about the potential of this new media to try and get us connected on a more personal level. We've been talking about this for a long time, and I'm really excited to see it kicked off for the very first time. Why Soul Care? Well, we know how to talk about our bodies, about our physical health. We know about nutrition, we know about sleep and rest, we know about exercise to keep our bodies healthy. We know about mental health, we know about stress and the impact that it has, we know about depression, but we often don't spend a lot of time talking about the state of our souls, about the impact that it has on our lives and on our families. Some people argue whether we even have a soul or what the meaning of a soul is. Well, we've all had those moments in our lives where we feel deeply connected to some purpose. We feel connected to other people. We feel like our lives have meaning, like it's going in a positive direction. We feel good about ourselves and where we are in life. Of course, there have been those other moments. Maybe it's on a rainy day when you just feel kind of down. You feel like your energy is just kind of waning. There's kind of a melancholy, listlessness to who we are and what we're all about. It's that undefinable quality of our lives that we call the soul, that voice that's trying to speak to us in the dark of night, that's trying to remind us of who we really are. We all have a soul, and it speaks to us in different ways. The psalmist spoke of this through the scriptures, and in Psalm 42, the psalmist writes, "As the deer pants for streams of water, so my soul pants after you." Soul care is about understanding and nourishing the depth of our soul. We're calling this series Soul Care, Living from the Inside Out. What I find is that most of us are living from outside pressures. Maybe it's our schedules, maybe it's the things that we need to do, people we want to please, things that we're trying to accomplish in order to please outside forces. But we're denying that inner voice that's telling us who we are at a deeper level. So soul care is about finding the space, creating an environment, learning to listen and speak the language that your soul has been speaking to you all along. Soul care is a journey. It's the journey of discovering who we are and who we can become. So today, on our very first episode, I wanted to talk about a quote that I learned from Carl Jung, the Swiss psychologist. Carl Jung once said, "My friends, it is wise for us to nourish the soul. Otherwise, you will breed devils and dragons in your heart." There are two things that I want to think about in that little quote that he brings up. First of all, how are we nourishing our souls? Are we avoiding it? Are our souls parched? Are they longing for living water? Are they looking to be fed and to be nurtured? Are they starving for attention to get out? How are we creating time and space to learn the language of that inner voice that's been speaking to us? How do you create space in your life? Of course, the other side of this is if we're not creating space, what are those demons and dragons that we're breeding on the inside? Is it a lack of self-esteem? Is it a lack of feeling good about yourself and about the future? Is there a fear or an anxiety that seems to permeate our culture and our environment? Well, for the next couple of weeks, we're going to be looking at that journey. We're going to be looking at the impact that soul care can have on our lives, about the impact that God wants for us and for our future. I hope that you'll join us in future episodes when we're going to take on different characteristics. We're going to learn how to create space, and we'll give practical tips to help you get back in touch with your soul. And so until next time, I hope that you create space and begin to learn from the inside out.